Assalamu alaikum viewers, Sehat aur Hum mein, I'm your host Fizza Khawaja, and today we have a very wonderful guest, Dr. Aisha again. Assalamu alaikum Dr. Aisha, how are you?
I'm good, Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing really well. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy belated Mother's Day to you.
Thanks so much. How was your Mother's Day weekend?
My Mother's Day weekend was great. We attempted a photo shoot with the family.
Wow, amazing.
We decided to wear the color white, and
Wow.
our little Layla, who's 15 months, decided it was a good time to vomit. But it all worked out at the end, yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's good to know that. So let's move to our show, Sehat and Hum. Our viewers are eagerly there to ask questions. So let's start with the questions. So first of all, let's start with, let us know what would be the difference between chiropractic and physiotherapy.
Sure. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself first and what I do.
Sure.
So my name is Dr. Aisha. I'm a registered chiropractor, registered massage therapist. I do acupuncture and custom orthotic insoles for the shoes. मेरे पास दो clinics हैं. So one's in Mississauga on 6750 Mississauga Road in the Hilton Hotel, and inshallah the second clinic is opening in Port Credit, Mississauga in July. Chiropractors are doctors of muscle, bone, and nerve. We see all sorts of conditions: headaches, migraines, vertigo, back pain, feet pain, and lots of different treatment options हम provide करते हैं patients को. So मैं ये 12 साल से कर रही हूँ. So 12 years, a lot of hands-on treatment as well, and lifestyle coaching and things like that. So that kind of explains a little bit about what I do. And we also give 15-minute free consultations to all patients.
Wow.
So feel free to call or email.
That's great. All right, viewers, so she provides free consultations, so feel free to call her, and her number is there on our screen. So let's start with the difference between physio and chiro, please.
Absolutely. So physiotherapy or chiropractic, they have similarities, but there are a lot of differences as well. So मैं शुरू करती हूँ talking about the education piece. So education physiotherapy की usually होती है only 2 years after university, whereas chiropractor आपको doctor title मिलती है, इसलिए आप you do 4 years of university and then another 4 years
Wow.
of chiropractic.
So much hard work.
It's so much hard work. मुझे अभी तक याद है, I still have nightmares. So 8 साल, you know, you're doing a lot of rigorous you know, a memorization of the human anatomy, the bones, every bone, every muscle, every nerve, iska naam, iska function, all that information. फिर आपके last year में आपको internship मिलती है, where you work in 2 different clinics with 2 different doctors, or you see real patients, or आप वहाँ पे you put everything you learned on from paper onto the patient's body.
Hands-on, yeah.
Hands-on. इसकी also हम training करते हैं acupuncture की, so वो मैंने भी करी है acupuncture की. So ये difference है in the education. फिर licensing exam हमारे पास 3 exam है, whereas I believe physiotherapy के पास only 2 exam है.
Alright.
So education थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा होता है with chiropractic, इसलिए आपके पास doctor, you know, naturally doctor की title मिलती है. We're allowed to diagnose. हम custom orthotics बनाते हैं. Physiotherapy custom orthotics नहीं बना सकते. So we make it for the feet, any type of bunion pain, plantar fasciitis, back pain, इसके लिए वो custom बनते हैं. The similarity piece आप सुनेंगे, you know, the Dr. Ho machine, वो pads होते हैं with the electric current, वो passive type of treatment, वो chiropractor भी करता है and physiotherapist. But chiropractor की खूबी क्या है, that we always use our hands. So हम बस machine लगा के ऐसे नहीं जा सकते. We have to use some sort of stretching, mobilization, joints की movement करते हैं. हमारे पास 4 साल rigorous training होती है for gentle treatment of the joints, also called an adjustment, whereas physiotherapists, they don't focus on that a lot. And also diagnosis. So हम diagnose करते हैं conditions, पूरी treatment plan देते हैं patients को. So there, of course, there's similarities, but हमारी focus होती है joints and bone, as well as muscle. So all full circle.
Very informative. Thank you so much. How could you, what do you consider the bad posture of the body? Can you please explain?
जी मुझे अब याद आई है बचपन की where mom and dad would say oh खड़े हो you know stand straight yeah don't walk like that for years. So मैं आपको एक tip देती हूँ. So if you stand in front of a mirror for example और आप बस सीधे देखें just like this और अपने shoulder levels को देखें. Usually 90% of the time एक shoulder थोड़ी higher होएगी than the other, right?
It does.
So इसके साथ आपकी neck भी move होती है either left or right side पे naturally, okay? फिर हम क्या करते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब हमारे पास पेशेंट आता है क्लिनिक में, हम एक इमेजिनरी लाइन करते हैं फ्रॉम योर ईयर ऑल द वे डाउन टू द 5th मेटाटार्सल, वो बोन होती है आपके पाँव के अंदर. एंड वी वांट टू सी आपका क्या हेड फॉरवर्ड है, आपके शोल्डर्स राउंडेड हैं, आपकी स्पाइन स्ट्रेट है. इफ़ आपकी एक शोल्डर हायर है देन मोस्ट लाइकली एक हिप भी हायर होता है. एंड देन वो नी की प्लेसमेंट देखते हैं एंड देन आपके पाँव. सो वी डू अ गेट स्कैन. हम देखते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल जब हम ऑर्थोटिक बनाते हैं हमको देखना है आपके फीट क्या एक साइड पे और प्रेशर है, दूसरे साइड पे लेस प्रेशर है. सो ये पूरी
इट्स ऑल कनेक्टेड
एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम बॉटम अप हम चेक करते हैं. सो ये बैड पोस्चर आई मीन ईजिली आप देख सकते हैं इन द मिरर एंड सी आर वी लेवल्ड लेफ्ट और राइट.
And Dr. Aisha, do you think so this bad posture really affect our breathing?
100%. ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. Breathing हम more than 25,000 breath लेते हैं in one day. Subhanallah. So just think about how many muscles हम use कर रहे हैं, right? So मैं आपको example देती हूँ. हमारे पास primary muscle होता है, वो होता है main muscle, वो breathing के लिए हम use करते हैं. वो diaphragm है, वो यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है. So if आप सोचें with your posture, सो जब आपके पास बैड पॉस्चर होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल ऐसे बैठे हुए इसके अंदर लेस ब्लड सर्कुलेशन जाता है आपके डायफ्राम पे. सो अब एक सेकेंड रुके और सोचें ब्लड सर्कुलेशन, व्हाट डज दिस मीन, व्हाट डज ब्लड सर्कुलेशन मीन. सो ब्लड के अंदर ऑक्सीजन होता है और वो ऑक्सीजन वी नीड टू पुश टू ऑल द ऑर्गन्स इन द बॉडी. सो फॉर एग्जांपल आपके डायफ्राम, इफ आप ऐसे बैठे हुए हैं आपके पास लेस ऑक्सीजन जा रहा है डायफ्राम पे, सो वो जब वो कंट्रैक्ट और रिलीज हो रहा है वो इतनी इफेक्टिवली नहीं हो रहा. ओके दैट्स नंबर 1. एंड देन नंबर 2 वो नर्व्स भी वही एरिया में जा रही हैं. थिंक ऑफ नर्व्स लाइक बैटरी. जब वो बैटरी पावरफुल नहीं होती सो वो लेस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लेस फंक्शन हो रहा है. सो आपका डायफ्राम बहुत ट्राई कर रहा है टू ओपन एंड क्लोज, बट बिकॉज सर्कुलेशन और नर्व सप्लाई लेस हो रही है बिकॉज ऑफ योर पॉस्चर, अब हम सेकेंडरी मसल्स यूज करेंगे. अब आप सोचें सेकेंडरी मसल्स कौन से हैं, दे आर एक्चुअली इन योर नेक, बिलीव इट और नॉट. सो अब ये हम यूज करके आपको थकन हो जाती है, एक ही टायर्ड सोर, इवन रिब्स सेकेंडरी मसल्स हैं. सो जब वो फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस वर्क नहीं होता फिर आपकी बॉडी सेकंड लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस यूज करती है. इसलिए पॉस्चर ऑफ कोर्स आपकी ब्रीदिंग की इफेक्ट होती है. सो व्हेन यू सिट अप स्ट्रेट एंड यू हैव गुड पॉस्चर, आपकी ब्रीदिंग यू विल नोटिस, यू विल ब्रीथ बेटर
and you feel good.
Yes, you feel good
breathing. Okay, can you give us some tips and techniques how we can fix that bad body postures?
हाँ ज़रूर. So there's different types of techniques you can use when you're thinking about fixing your posture. So first is obviously if you have the benefits or even if you don't, go see the chiropractor, go see and make the appointment. And hum, you know, from the top bottom hum dekhte hain all the posture, will tell you where you're off. Okay, but आप घर पे क्या कर सकते हैं viewers के साथ, you can look in the mirror, just straight look. आपके क्या levels are they one is higher than the other? If it is, then just आप भी try करें, yeah. You try to just fix that yourself, just consciously आप सोचें,
being mindful, yeah.
Absolutely. Second advice, if you just pretend like there's a tennis ball between your shoulder blades in the back, or बस आप squeeze करें, this will push your neck back, your shoulders back, and you'll feel like you're standing up straight.
Oh yes,
yeah.
It does.
So ऐसे you know, just 2 techniques that you can try very easily. Or obviously, you know, parents are always telling their children sit up straight, don't hunch forward, you're walking on your toes. You know, आप देखें आपके बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, or even what your friends and family are saying, it's probably true.
Actually, in this age of digital era, everybody is in front of their gadgets and screens almost the whole day. They are working, they are getting their homeworks, they are doing everything.
जी.
तो हम maybe that's the reason they are like slouching out all the time, and that could be a reason for the bad body posture, right?
Actually we call it texting posture.
Oh.
We call it texting posture. So, you know, if आप ऐसे बैठे हैं for more than 8 hours, your muscles are tired.
Absolutely.
Right? So आपके primary muscles काम नहीं कर रहे.
Stressed and
Yeah, and just normal stress, you know, mental health, for example, हमने last week बात करी थी, a lot of psychosomatic pain, for example, वो tension होके आपके shoulders and back में वो, you know, it
affects
tightens
right
up.
away.
Yes, yes.
Tension, stress, you
Everything,
know?
everything is full circle.
Dr. Aisha, sometimes we do have benefits, but we think that, oh, we don't need to use them. But I think after listening about all these stuff, I think it's super important to go and see the chiropractor and physiotherapist right away, and they'll teach you how many visits you need, and definitely they do encourage you to come and utilize those benefits. And I think,
so it's education, right, or communication.
Super
ये दोनों
important.
चीजें, and then it's not just for you know, little kids, also up to seniors. It's everybody.
For
you know,
everyone,
you can
yes.
change your posture at any time. Doesn't matter the age.
Oh, okay. Can you please show us some exercises in this regard?
Yeah, sure. So हम पहले क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा review करते हैं of the last exercise we did. So last exercise हमने traps के ऊपर ये area, हम usually we call it the shoulder, ये actually upper back का muscle है.
Okay.
So हम क्या करते हैं, आप very easily you take your one hand and you pull your neck to any side you want, the opposite side, और वो दूसरे हाथ के साथ just squeeze the muscle if you can, and you just hold for about 30 seconds.
Okay, like we have
So
to
half a
count up
minute.
till 30?
Up to 30 seconds.
At least?
At least,
Okay.
minimum. Up to maximum maybe a minute and a half if
Okay.
you want. And then you release. Or could be, you know, you do on one side, you have to do on the other side.
Same on the other
Same
side.
thing. Or you know, you can do it up to 5 times a day. बैठे हुए, you know, in front of a screen. At least every 15 minutes, आप थोड़ा उठें और थोड़ा walk around करें. But maximum, I would say, at the 30-minute mark, 100% आप थोड़ा stretching करें. Okay.
By the way, I tried this because you mentioned this last week as well, and it really helped me a lot.
Yes, it helps. It definitely helps. You just have to make the time to try it.
Exactly.
A second exercise I recommend, especially if आप बैठे हुए हैं, you know, all the time. Otherwise, घर पे काम कर रहे हैं, वो थोड़ा दुखन हो जाती है हाथों में. So what you do is you hold your hand like a stop sign like this. Okay. Just very easily keep your back straight. Or वो, you know, with the other hand, just bend the fingers like this. Yeah. And you will feel a nice stretch for about 30 seconds. You'll feel it right at the top of here, right?
Exactly.
And then when you're done that, you just shake it off a little bit and you do the bottom. So you go from stop to down, and then you'll feel more of a stretch. So the more you push down, the more stretch you'll feel. Yeah. So this is a really, really good stretch for anybody. I get my kids to do it because they're writing all day or typing. Very good. So you do that, and you repeat it on the right side.
Both sides,
The third stretch I'd recommend, this is a very good one, is for your neck, especially because we talked about breathing. And जब वो primary muscles use नहीं हो रहे, फिर secondary muscles like the neck get tired. So very easy. आप ऐसे ही बैठे रहें, you know, normally, and आप बस put your finger on your chin like this and press down. So almost like you have a double chin like this, and you hold for about 30 seconds. Okay, iski stretching you can even feel down the spine.
Exactly.
Do you feel it? Yeah, just like this. And this I would repeat honestly up to 10 times. Because this is an area that gets tense very easily. Very easily. So you know, the last exercise I want to share is one of my favorite is for the hamstring. It's from the back of the leg. ये बहुत tired हो जाते हैं. And honestly, everybody has tight hamstrings. So आप क्या करते हैं? You just make a L shape with your leg. If ये ऊपर तक नहीं जाता, then wherever your leg lands, okay, ऐसे करके you'll feel a nice stretch, okay. So ये rule है, nose to toes is wrong. So don't bring your nose to your toes. If आप movement कर रहे हैं, then you come closer to your knee, just like that, and you feel nice, beautiful stretch in the back, about 30 seconds.
And we need to hold our breath?
No, you have to keep breathing. Keep
Just
breathing.
normal.
Just
Okay.
normal breathing, and not forceful breathing, and just like this. And you know, this kind of reminds me of जब हम नमाज पढ़ते हैं. You know, जब हम बैठ के पढ़ते हैं. Most patients or most people with South Asians will say, "Oh, मैं ऐसे अपने टांग ऐसे नहीं कर सकती because it's so painful." But ये stretching होती है और आप आराम से करें.
It's much needed, and we can easily do this in our little chunks of time. We can easily do
if
that.
you make the time. Yes, so that's an interesting one. And मैं एक comment बनाती हूँ that you know when we're sitting, for example, in front of a computer, इसलिए आपको पता है during the COVID-19 pandemic सब घर से कर रहे हैं, सब remotely काम कर रहे हैं, और अभी तक लोग
now
घर
they're
पे कर रहे हैं.
preferring, you know,
Now
staying home
everybody
and working
prefers
from
to stay home. Even हमारे बच्चे स्कूल पे घर भेज दिया था और वो घर से remote learning कर रहे थे for hours. About 5 hours सामने बैठे हुए. So I want to just review आपको if you are working from home आपको कैसे ergonomic setup कैसे करते हैं of your computer, because मेरे पास patients आते हैं वो अपने bed पे बैठ के computer पे, otherwise वो kitchen table पे हैं. It feels comfortable. Otherwise वो लेट के कर रहे हैं, and then वो after 24 hours वो tightness शुरू हो जाती है. So when you're sitting in front of a computer, वो computer screen actually आपकी eye level पे होने चाहिए, just directly at eye level, just like that. So even 1 millimeter की difference, so वो higher हुए आपके neck muscles में tightness शुरू हो जाती है फौरन.
And really it does happen. इसके साथ ही हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं और इंशाल्लाह अपने व्यूअर्स से मिलते हैं छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद.
सुकून कैसा है बता नहीं सकता, सब घर वालों का भी यही हाल है. खुशी जैसे रूह में उतर सी गई हो. सच पूछें तो ये मुमकिन बनाया H होम रियल्टी ब्रोकरेज की अनीला जहरा ने.
अपने ख्वाबों का घर आप ही पा सकते हैं, बस एक फोन कॉल और जिंदगी आसान.
Call Anila Zehra at 905-462-0133.
घर खरीदने की तरफ पहला कदम, मॉर्गेज अप्रूवल. आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड हो, सैलरीड हो, बिजनेस ओनर हो, मैं आपके मॉर्गेज अप्रूवल प्रोसेस में आपकी मदद करूंगा. आप फर्स्ट टाइम होम बायर हो, डेट कंसोलिडेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट हो, या सेकंड मॉर्गेजेस चाहते हैं. मेरा नाम है अली यज़दानी. मेरा ताल्लुक है आकाल मॉर्गेजेस से, जहां पर when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. Call me 647-510-9494. आपके मॉर्गेज अप्रूवल में आपका ट्रस्टवर्दी पार्टनर.
More shopping?
Yes, on my home.
Welcome to Pan Am Blinds Limited. My name is Bobby, and I would like to introduce our very newest product. It is only with us with Pan Am Blinds in Improve
Canada. So it's combination of
and silver shades, so Venus shades, so or Shangri-La shades. So it's a very unique and new product in different colors. If you would like to see how it works, just see over here. You have to pull it down. It's an energy saver. You can save your 85% energy, and also it has child safety features over here. If you see here, if it goes down, it will open itself, and you will see through from this, but ultraviolet rays controlled. No UV light will come in, and you can see out, and people, they can see very slightly. However, when your mood changes, what you can do, just pull it down. It gives you 100% privacy, and it will control also ultraviolet rays control. You want to see out what is or sea view, just pull it again. This is our very newest product. Please come to our store and see how many beautiful colors we do have and enjoy your comfort of life. Thank you very much to visit Panam Blinds.
Well, looks like you got some great stuff for your new home.
Yes, that makes me happy.
Happy? Then why aren't you smiling?
I am smiling.
वेलकम बैक व्यूअर्स. अब चलते हैं हम अपने नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट की तरफ, बट वी वुड लाइक टू फिनिश अप विद द क्वेश्चन दैट आई आस्क्ड यू अबाउट द सिटिंग. How can we improve our sitting posture? So please continue.
Yeah, of course. So I'll give you a few tricks that you can use. So pehla kya hota hai that when you're sitting in front of a computer or computer screen, aapki eye level has to be at the exact level of the computer screen itself, the monitor. Okay. Even 1 millimeter off or aapke neck mein pain shuru ho sakta hai, whether it's above or below. So bilkul eye level pe rakhein aapki screen. Wow. Secondly, aapki elbows actually 90 degrees pe hone chahiye. So aise nahi, it has to be exactly at 90 degrees. Straight. Just like this on your chair. Hopefully you have a chair with a handrest. So 90 degrees, okay? Or per third technique, and I spoke a little bit, you have to pretend like you have a tennis ball between your shoulder blades, piche, and you just squeeze. Obviously, aap pura time squeeze nahi kar sakte for 8 hours, but about every 15 minutes as a reminder, then just a self-reminder to squeeze a little bit, or wo muscles activate hote hain. Next, आपको क्या करना चाहिए actually जब आप अपने chair पे बैठे हुए हैं, that आपके legs and on your knees are at 90 degrees. So most of the time हम ऐसे आराम से बैठ जाते हैं with her legs raised. It's okay, but most of the time 90 degrees पे रखने चाहिए. Alright. And the most important, and people don't understand, आपके your feet have to touch the ground. They actually have to be flat on the ground, or when you do this, automatically आपकी spine straight हो जाती है, your arms. So ये all combination, especially pandemic की वजह से सब घर से काम कर रहे हैं. You can't work on your laptop for 8 hours on a bed. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. Or a stool. मैं बहुत सुनती हूँ, I'm sitting on a kitchen stool, but मुझे back में दर्द हो रहा है. So obviously ये चीज़ें होंगी if you don't change, simple ergonomics. आपकी सेटअप के लिए. एंड आजकल तो सिटिंग स्टैंडिंग डेस्क भी बहुत मिलते हैं. वी हैव अबाउट 2 सिटिंग स्टैंडिंग डेस्क एट आवर हाउस, one for the kids and one for myself and my husband. So whenever we're working, we're forced to stand.
Okay, Dr. Aisha, tell us about 2 to 3 problems with South Asians regarding their feet pain. What's contributing towards that?
So South Asians, Pakistani, Desi population, हमने तो we had a very lengthy conversation about lifestyle and diet. So हम खाने पीने में we're number 1. We have the best food. But
no doubt.
But इसके साथ we're seeing increase in diabetes, blood pressure, weight gain. Or and why is this? It's because we don't focus on healthy foods like salad. And what happens is हम ऐसे weight gain करके joints पे affect होता है, like your knees and your ankle. So feet, we have 52 bones in both our feet together.
You mentioned last time.
Yes, we mentioned last time. So if you imbalance हो रही है, then it's going to cause less absorption of shock. Or we take thousands of steps every day, so वो pain ऊपर चलते रहेगा. Maybe sometimes even up to the neck. So sometimes वो muscle pain नहीं है, वो actually joint pain है. And secondly, like our bodies are made of 80% water. 80%. So हमने example दिया था that if you drink 1 chai with caffeine, now you have to drink 2 cups of water. अब वो कोई भी नहीं करता, right? With the minimum 8 cups, then on top of that you have 1 chai, that's 8 plus 2, that's 10 cups of water. I haven't seen anybody really do that. So ये examples, and the third example मैं दूंगी, like in back home हम बहुत पहनते हैं like sandals, kusse, high heels, बहुत parties, and what happens is आपने सुना होगा bunion. ये bunion क्या होता है? When the big toe starts to turn this way.
Exactly. I have noticed.
Yes, वो red bump हो जाता है and it's so painful.
I heard.
Yet people continue to wear tight shoes. So इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं? वो custom orthotic बनता है. वो हम बनाते हैं हमारी clinic में. वो insole जूतों में चले जाता है. So you know the South Asian, it's lifestyle, diet, but also the type of shoes and the type of work we're doing too. So आपने देखा है that from South Asia, बहुत सारे dentists, doctors, engineers होते हैं, but when you get to Canada, sometimes वो licensing exam नहीं pass होया, then we start working in labor jobs, very heavy duty jobs, वहाँ पे load बहुत पड़ता है spine पे, on your feet from standing all day, or repetitive movements से भी, you know, we find a lot of pain.
Exactly, so true. Let's move to some true and false section. You just have to answer whether it's right or wrong. Do you think that 8 out of 10 South Asians have back pain?
Yes, this is 100% true. 80% के पास back pain है and they're walking around with back pain.
So what they can do in order to overcome that pain? Sometimes they take some painkiller like Tylenol or Advil. Do you recommend or do you encourage or what do you say?
So पहली चीज़ is that I don't prescribe medication. So we look at lifestyle and just educating the patient. So you know if आपने Advil or Tylenol ली हुई है and your pain is not going away, then the root cause of the problem is not going to be fixed with that. So आपको, you know, you can come see the chiropractor, come to the clinic, we'll do the full assessment, full history, and then give you the diagnosis and the treatment options. So बहुत सारे different treatment options होते हैं that if we encourage you to try even 1 or 2 and you'll see a big difference in your pain.
Another one would be, do you think so we are shortest in height when in the morning?
Actually, morning time we're the tallest, and this is because
really?
Yes,
wow,
this is because I know it's unbelievable. We weigh the most, we weigh least as well in the morning. So what happens is in the spine, आपके पास डिस्क होती हैं और डिस्क के अंदर पानी बहुत होता है, हाइड्रेशन बहुत होता है in the morning, और gravity is not pulling us when we're lying down. So जब हम उठते हैं, we're actually the tallest, and then right now we're probably the shortest this evening.
All right, and do you think so that smoking increases our back pain?
Unfortunately, yes. So yes, smoking, you know, because of smoking you have less blood circulation. और हमने अभी बात करी थी with circulation.
हमारे साथ एक कॉलर मौजूद है, हम उनकी कॉल लेते हैं. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good show. I was just watching your program.
Thank you so much.
I have a question for the doctor here.
Go ahead.
You had a fall and you had a herniated disc, and you get the sciatica nerve pain at all times. What do you need to do mostly to alleviate that pain other than being on gabapentin or paragamblin capsules and stuff like that?
All right, thank you so much for your call.
So I think the caller said that they have a herniated disc with some sciatic pain. So ये क्या चीज़ है? Let's just explain what it is. So what it is that when you have a disc, you can have some nerve issues. वो nerve निकलती है disc से and then it can be compressed. So वो sharp electric type of pain you can feel in your leg. So first thing is, you know, we have to do a full assessment. You number one है. Because like we spoke last time, sometimes you can have pain when you're moving forward. So इसके लिए the exercises will be in the opposite direction, into extension. If you have pain when you're extending back, then the exercises are in the forward direction. But opposite, generally speaking, sciatica के साथ मैं कह सकती हूँ that if you have, you know, it feels like it's aggravated, इसके ऊपर heat need लगाएं. So a lot of our, especially our Desi community, we love putting heat. Heat baths. We always want heat. And when you have an irritation in a nerve, we don't recommend putting heat on that area, specific area where the nerve is. Now where that nerve is, you need to see a health professional to make sure you're not putting it on the wrong area.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aisha. It was very informative and beneficial. So let's conclude. I would like you to give a little message for our viewers, please.
Yes, thank you so much for watching today. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई that you joined us again this week. Like I say, health is wealth. Without health, you have nothing. So, you know, my wish and my goal here is that you guys take even just 5 minutes of your time. You know, what I like to do is put my exercises when you know, patients, for example, do something like routine. Like, I hope everyone's brushing their teeth at home, so we'll use that as an example. When you brush your teeth in the morning, do an exercise. When you brush your teeth at nighttime before you go to bed, do an exercise. This way, you connect both things. When you're taking care of your teeth, you can also take care of your spine. So inshallah, you know, everybody takes the time to take care of their health.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for joining us. Inshallah, viewers, see you next week with the same host, with a very beneficial another session. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Thank you.